My name is Tracy Kuhns. I'm with the Association of Family Fishermen that is based in Barataria, Louisiana. My husband is a shrimper and a crabber. Our community is a small fishing community. There's 3 right on the same bayou, Crown Point, Lafitte, and Barataria. Our economy is totally tied to the fisheries. It's families of charter captains, commercial fishermen, recreational fishermen that are all related to each other. So I know we have a little less conflict there because it's kind of hard to fight with your brother. My grandson would be 6th generation commercial fisherman if he chooses to do that, but his aunt and uncle own the largest charter lodge in our community as well. What impacts one of us impacts all of us. Over the years, Louisiana, 90% of all species in the Gulf of Mexico spend some portion of its life in our estuaries in Louisiana. And over the years, we have watched as NIMS has managed our fisheries by taking fish away from fishermen. While we have watched our estuary, which is critical to all these species, wash into the Gulf of Mexico, while our water quality has continued to decline over the years, and every time there is an impact, it is the fishermen that have to make the sacrifice, and they ignore all of the other impacts. Our fishermen got sick and tired of it and started an organization called Louisiana Bayou Keeper to work on and bring attention to the water quality and the habitat loss and need for restoration. They need to take the focus off our fishermen. We've sacrificed enough and put the focus where it belongs on water quality and habitat restoration and protection. One of our vessels, we watched as a dead zone grew in the Gulf of Mexico and covered 1/3 of the spawning ground for red snapper. What has been their response to that? Take the fish away from the fishermen. Does that fix the dead zone?
No.
No. It just continues. We believe that you can take every commercial fisherman, charter captain, and recreational fisherman out of the water, and if you do not protect the habitat and make sure your water quality is good, we will lose our fisheries eventually.
That's right.
Each of our vessels, whether it's a charter vessel or a commercial fishing vessel, represents a family-owned and operated small business. It's what provides everything in our community. Our communities are sustainable because our dollars stay in our community. They are not corporate owned. Like these open ocean aquaculture things that they're planning will be corporate owned. The dollars will not stay in our communities. These are the things that we're fighting for. They need to put forth legislation that requires NIMS to consider all these other things, the water quality and habitat, in addition to the economic damage they're going to cause when they take away our fisheries. Legislation has to change. This fight that these guys are doing here, that you all are doing here, to get NIMS to change the way they're doing things under Magnuson Act, is something that the fishermen across the Gulf support. We're all feeling the hurt. The BP oil spill, I am outraged. We just had the biggest oil spill in the history of this nation in the Gulf of Mexico. And what are they doing at NIMS? Going after our longliners. Going after quota, fishing quota, which will exempt BP from liability for damages or losses that you suffer from that, instead of making BP clean up the water bottoms and allowing them to leave that behind. Thank you.